Hey guys, this is Bryant from Kangook America, and today I'm excited to show you how we're going to update this older frame with a new Kangook paramotor cage. This is the Kangook Amaruk, brand new in 2021, and this is how it'll come when you purchase one of these. So it'll have all three hoop sections, the center frame where the engine mounts, the starter pulley, and the fuel tank. Now you'll get your option of a 10 liter or a 16.5 liter tank, both the same cost, completely included. Today we're going to be taking this Moster 185 Plus off of this older paramotor, and we're going to be mounting it on here, and this is a direct mount. We're also able to accommodate the Plini engines, the Corsair engines, the Minari engines, as well as the air conception engines. So all those will direct mount onto Amaruk frames, but please do tell me which engine you intend to use, so that way I can get you the correct frame for your engine. This is a 6061 T6, that's an aircraft grade aluminum. It's a very strong, very light. This weighs 9.5 pounds, just the frame. It's a 140 centimeter diameter cage, allowing some pretty good sized props. So the donor paramotor, and real quick, I don't intend for this video by any means to reflect poorly on Power to Fly or any of their products. This guy's had over 200 hours put on them. We had 3 new pilots learning how to fly on this. We've had several less than optimal takeoffs and landings, so it's just time for an update. So I'm really excited to show you how this is going to go together. It's very simple. Let's check it out. The entire disassembly took only 20 minutes. We're going to save the propeller bolts, the harness, and the engine, all to be used on the Amaruk frame. So sit back, relax, and here we go. With the engine removed from the frame, it was a great opportunity for us to do a rebuild on this engine, and you can see we took some creative liberties with this one. We're going to start with the fuel tank already installed. If you install the engine before the fuel tank, it's going to be about impossible to get the fuel tank in. I find the easiest way to do this is to start with the engine laying on the ground upside down and placing the frame on top of it. I'm going to use 2 of our bolts to go ahead and secure the engine in place, and then I'm going to put blue thread lock on the other 2 bolts and install them. Now, we want to remove the first 2 bolts that we installed and make sure that they are thread locked. At the end, we're going to put the bolt marker so that way we can see on our pre-flight inspections that none of the bolts have moved. With the engine installed, I'm going to move on to plumbing now. I'm going to start by placing the vent line on the plastic barb on the tank, and then I'm going to move on to rough placement of the tubing down the side of the paramotor. This is loosely secured with zip ties so I can get the positioning of everything. You can see here I have a primer bulb. Now this is going to be installed on the side of the paramotor just above the fuel tank. I like to warm the line first so that way it slides a little bit easier onto the barbs. This is what it'll look like when you have it all plumbed. With the fuel lines in place, next I like to install the throttle. Today we're using an off-grid throttle, and this whole process took only 10 minutes. With the fuel lines complete and the throttle installed, it's time to put the hoops on. Next we're going to install the swing arms. You can see on the right hand, that's the right hand looking forward, we have a longer spacer. So any of the belt reduction engines will have the longer spacer on the right hand side, whereas with the geared reduction engines, they'll be on the left. The very last step is going to be to install the harness. So this is the harness that came off the donor paramotor. I start with the top buckles and then move down along the sides. With the harness secured, the next step is going to be to actually attach the harness to the swing arms as well as installing the carabiners. And here's our result, an updated paramotor using the Kangook Amaruk frame. I'd love to help you do the same, so please do not hesitate to contact us. Thanks for watching.